Hey LinkedIn, just doing a quick video here. I was thinking about this on Friday and just thought I'd share this out with all of you. I get a lot of lead gen folks and companies and requests, and I'm sure you do as well. And there's a lot of people in that space, um, and it's interesting because over the years, Richter, we used to do a bunch of work in that space, and then we moved away from it. Really not categorized as lead gen. We did very specific strategic relations for exact people. But point being, I think the reality is that the best play is to do it internal and build an internal demand gen team to do the work because your value prop, your audience, the problem they're trying to solve. And really the best thing you could possibly do is build an internal unit and build a team that knows how to do that cold and that works very tightly with your sales team to deliver what we refer to as reaches or leads. And there's an exact way to do that. And if you coordinate, if you were to map the sales journey from end to end and you give them the right assets and you have the right sequence, have the right events, and you have them following up and following through, and working together, that's really going to be the best play that you could possibly make. And it's easy to try and outsource that and say, let's give it to someone else. And we do some work for customers right now, but over the years, we've really realized that we have our own demand gen team, and every single logo that we've ever gotten, and we work with some of the largest companies in the world, have been from our own internal demand gen team. And so we've started to consult companies and train and implement on what we do. And we're actually in the process of building up a large sort of training program and implementation program for how to do that. But that really is the best play, is to take the time to build it internally and have a team that just knows it cold, and then support them with all the assets they need to follow up and follow through at every single stage and make sure that it carries over, it bleeds over from basically pre-sales into sales, supporting the team through the sales journey once that new opportunity comes into play. Just thought I'd throw that out there. But if you do have questions on it, when ready, we'll send over a deck and some information. But yeah, I truly believe that. Not just a biased approach because that's what we're doing, but it is true. That really is the best play. And I'm sure there's some great lead gen players out there, people that are helping drum up leads. But there is a disconnect to some degree. Like for me, I'm a business junkie. I've read 700-800 books. I study stuff cold. I know my industry cold. I know the companies that we deal with cold. It's hard to train and replace what I know. And when you think about your own team, I spend, I've had thousands of phone calls with people and understand the buyers and what's going on. And there's an element of like, you need that, you need to be able to have your team to understand the buyer and understand your industry and put in that 10,000 hours and know it cold. And if you have that, and then you have your own team, they know what to say when they get feedback. If they're doing messaging and they get a response, they know what to say there. What asset to send at what time. You really need to build that sort of organically internal, and I think if you do that correctly, the ROI on it will be staggering. So anyway, food for thought. Any comments, leave below. Okay.